Any doubt from the previous session?
No, sir.
Okay, so then we will start with some revision point of view. So let's say start with some interview question 3, and then we will go to the next topic in our Python. So what's the agenda of today's session? Let me explore the reference file for us. Yes, so we will be discussing, yesterday we had seen dictionary, now we are moving towards pandas operations, right? And then slowly we will move to the class in Python on Monday onwards, right? So basics of pandas, panda series. If you want to become data engineer, data pre-processing, or inbuilt pipeline in MLOps and different platform, so you must have idea regarding pandas, NumPy, and other giant modules inside the machine learning concept. So let's start with the interview question first. If anyone having any question or any like kind of doubts, I will go with this. Otherwise, allow me to write the question first. Character frequency counter, right? So I'm going to count the numbers in my here. So what would be the input for my code? I mean input from the client. So the client will enter hello word, right? And with respect to the same input, I need output. What would be the output? Kind of dictionary which will include like this one, right? Suppose first is h. So the counter of h is 1. And we have is 1, and then we have e. So the counter for e is 1 again. Then we had next letter L. With respect to L, we have counter 2. Then we have next character as O, which is having counter 2 again, and so on. Right? I need this kind of dictionary. From the given sentence, it should give the respective counter for each character. Either it is special character or what, it hardly matters, but I require the counter keyword. Anyone having any idea how to solve this query, this case study? कोई भी initiative, कोई भी first point?
सर पहले तो हम लोग को एक यूजर डिफाइंड फंक्शन डिफाइन करना होगा, देन उसके बाद फॉर लूप लगाना होगा, देन मे भी एक कंडीशन सेट करना होगा, मान लो एक लेटर इक्वल्स टू काउंट और मे बी लाइक दैट, देन एक इनपुट देना होगा, देन उसको प्रिंट करना होगा, लाइक अपने जैसे कल किया था। इसमें क्या क्वेश्चन था वो, काउंट ऑफ ऑकरेंस वाला, लाइक दैट।
Right, and I really appreciate that you are making notes and written notes also.
Yes sir, thank you.
Handwritten notes से best कुछ है ही नहीं. If you see, even I am creating handwritten notes these days. Early morning में मेरा cloud का तब मैं cloud सीख रहा हूँ, like Azure, GCP, AWS. So उसके मैं अभी तक notes बनाता हूँ. So it's a good practice. Really appreciable and remarkable. So as you said, we need to create a function. So I'm writing def as a keyword. So I'm having character underscore frequency custom functions. Inside this function, I'm going to pass the text. It will be the letter sentence. तो जो ये sentence मैंने यहाँ पे पास किया है, तो ये function मैंने इस sentence के साथ में पास किया. So this entire statement or entire keywords will be passed to my replace with the text. So memory में जहाँ कहीं भी text या sentence लिखा आएगा, उसकी value से वो correlate करेगा, ना कि उसके container के name से. So here we have text as a container, sentence as a container, but we are bothered about respective values, not the container names. Make sure what we see actually compiler doesn't see in the same way. We are seeing कि sir ये text और sentence अलग अलग है, but for compiler both these are same. How? Because you are passing the sentence inside the character frequency, so we have replaced the sentence with the text. So whatever the value will be consisting of the sentence hello world will copy in the text. This is the concept. Now I'm going to deep dive into the function itself. Now I'm going to write frequency as a dictionary, and I'm going to write a empty dictionary here. I'll explain in couple of minutes why empty. Using the for loop, I'm writing character in the above frequency dictionary. If this character is already there, it will perform something, right? So for character in text, sorry, not in the, but inside the text, if this character will be or traversing one character one by one, right? If this character will be there inside the message, inside the statement, what operations I'm going to do? I'm going to check if this character in frequency underscore dictionary is it available already. Then I'll write frequency underscore dictionary and then character plus is equal to 1, right? So frequency dictionary character will be twice, right? Else if it is not available there, so what I'm trying to do, I'll treat it as a new character and I'll assign character is equal to 1 as a new character, right? This is the function takes as a string and then I trace through each character in input strings, right? Finally, I'm going to come outside and inside the function domain, I'm going to return my entire dictionary, frequency dictionary, right? That's it. And let's see. P. Can you see? It's giving H1, E1, L2, O2, and space 2, W1, exclamation sign 2, right? So we had some gap in this, some conceptual gap in this one. What's the gap here? Okay, let me write this sentence here. But C, but B, and name it like SEN, not sentence, right? With this sentence, I'm writing for C in SEN. Let me write this print function C. Can you see? It's printing all the characters one by one. By deploying the same for loop. जैसे हमने लिस्ट में किया था कि रेंज हम यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं. Without range, we are operational level. We are doing some different things without the range function. It's not mandatory here. So जैसे लिस्ट में हमने डायरेक्ट ट्रैवर्स किया, वैसे ही हमने स्ट्रिंग के ऊपर भी ट्रैवर्सिंग किया है कैरेक्टर लेवल पे. Each character is going to present here for C in SEN, and C is having pointer towards each character HELLO in a single iteration, single epoch. Now I am having all the characters here. If you know that if you want to print all the value in a same line, so we have n function here with the space, so I'm going to print all the entire statement in a single line. If you understand this statement, this running condition, how for loop associated with the single string or single message, right? Then you can correlate with this line also. For character in text, if character in this one, if this character will be already inside, so first it will towards H. If it is not there, then we are having else condition. So it will be 1. If it is there, then it will increment one more time, right? So here we are having sentence and each value. Did we have answer? Do we have frequency of each character in the input string? Okay, so let me give more sentence. We are learning data science. Can you see? Here we have different objects also, different sentence. The function is same, but it will give different values also. Okay, let me copy this sentence. I'm going to copy C and replace this value. And now I'm going to run this code. Now, objective is same. I जो है वो 10 times आया है. A we have 10 times. Space occurring 15 times. Did you get this concept? एक function आपने एक बार लिख लिया. Now you can deploy the same function again and again. But concept is same. Using dictionary and list and nodes. Do we have any question, any query here?
Sir, please explain once again.
This one? Do you require one more time explanation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me go one by one. I had created the function here, and then frequency is equal to, this is the empty dictionary. So what I'm going to write in the dictionary, all unique alphabets as a key and their frequency as a value. Did you get this? So how I'm writing inside the empty string? I just go inside the for loop. I'm traversing character in text. If this character inside the text, so let's say this T, of course this T is in text, what should I do? I should write character in frequency, and frequency character is equal to 1. Okay, so let me write what is the frequency character. Okay, yes, so this will be the character or the character value there, right? Then we have, if it is already available, so it will increment the value of this one, right? If it is not available, so it will treat as a new character and will have only one character. It's added as a new key with a frequency of 1, the second line. Did you understand now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to copy this code. You can try by yourself in your local machine. If we do not have any query, then we can move ahead with the pandas library, which is most widely used and very important when we will be learning data pre-processing, data analysis, and so on. So I'm going to import pandas as pd first. This is the library, right? If you have if you want to check the official website of this, you just pandas in Python, and then you will find official website of it, pandas.pydata.org. So this is not the single module actually, it's an entire world, entire era, I would say. Your whole life will be shorter to learn all these documentation and community and getting started, right? So they have updates, they have frequency, data analysis part and so on. So one, एक कहावत है, proverb है, do not read too much theory. आप जब बहुत ज़्यादा थ्योरी भी पढ़ने लगते हो ना, तब भी आप सक्सेस रेट कम हो जाता है. क्वालिफिकेशन जो आईटी कंपनी का है क्वालिफाई करने का कम हो जाता है. उतना पढ़ो जितना कि क्वालिफिकेशन करने के लायक हो जाओ, वहाँ पे साइलेंट ना बैठो, राइट? और कोई भी इस वर्ल्ड में नहीं है जो सीख के, मतलब जिसको पूरा नॉलेज है, सब कोई देख करके, चीटिंग करके, कॉपी पेस्ट करके, रेफरेंस देख करके काम कर रहा है, राइट? कोई भी नहीं है. इवन जो डेवलपर्स हैं पेंडास को ना, उनको भी इतनी लाइब्रेरीज नहीं याद होंगे डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. दे विल हैव टू यूज दिस डॉक्यूमेंटेशन वन मोर टाइम. उन्होंने वहाँ पे API रेफरेंस दिए हुए हैं एंड दे आर स्टोरिंग और राइटिंग सम वेबसाइट्स एटसेट्रा. This is the reason we must know at least ground truth of this pandas. After learning this pandas or post this session, if you are looking any comment, any method, any function anywhere else, do not get worried कि ये तो हमने pandas में पढ़ा ही नहीं है, या we didn't encounter the function in the pandas library. There are lots of infinite functions, but you must have idea how to drive. Alright, you don't know how your car is manufactured, but you know at least driving part, right? So at least you know how to drive a car, not how to manufacture a car. Even in the manufacture part, they have multiple engineers, those are manufacturing this vehicle. Now we have first labels, where we have a list called A, called B, or C. Let me take very tiny example here, and then I'm having my data, which is very simple, like 10, 20, 30, right? Now I'm having array. This array should be np.array, and going to convert this my data to array. Okay, so once we are using this np, so we will have to run more module, that is import numpy as np. Numpy stands for number in Python, which is again giant library, and pandas is again panel in datas. So you can see here we have again a number of library functions, right? It's a high performance, easy to use data performance, right? It's a fast, flexible, and data analysis tool, Python programming. Now I'm going to run this code, import in my sheet, and converted this value into the array, right? So what is array and list? Can you see? We have separate terms. परसों भी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछने के टाइम पे बोल रहा था कि सर ये array है. So मैंने वहाँ पे पिन आउट किया था कि this is not the array, this is list. Because in C, in Java, we might have reference to the same line, array and list. But in Python, we have array and list different identities. So we have np.array. So हमने क्या करा है, इस my data को array से convert करके, sorry, list से convert करके array में convert किया. I'll explain why we have converted this one. Now I'm going to write some b, which is equivalent to all these will be keys here. With respect of this key, I'm having values, right? Now I'm trying to print all these defined values. Here we have labels, labels, then we have print, and this is my data. Underscore data, and I'm going to print this value. This will be dictionary, and I'm going to write it as B. Can you see how the labels, my data, dictionary are depicted here? Right? We have separate identities here. Okay. So let's go back here. Why we are converted into the array to my list. Okay, my underscore data plus my underscore data, and we have array plus array. Can you see difference between जब मैंने my data को my data से add किया, we have this plus sign. So of course, जब कभी whenever I am finding plus operator, these elements should be sum up. Their element wise addition should perform. तो ये 10, 20, 30 का जो addition है वो ऐसा होना चाहिए 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 20, 40, 30 plus 30, 60. But it's not occurring over here. Did you notice that? This condition is, this process is called concatenation, not the this one, not the addition, right? ये simple data के पीछे data को add कर रहा है, concatenate कर रहा है, append कर रहा है. In contrast, when I deploy ARRR plus AR, now I am getting the appropriate answer. All right. Let me show you one more example here. Curt C, Curt V, ये दोनों मेरे एक list है. When I'm multiplying list or adding or multiplying list within the list, जब list को list के साथ में multiply किया गया, let's see what we are getting. Can you see? We are getting multiply sign sequence. We are getting error here. Okay, let me write some in a scalar function. Let's say 5 here. Can you see? We are getting some output, but this output is not the desired output. What should be the output? It should be 5 times 10, 50, 5 times 20, 100, 5 times 30, 150. Is it correct? Conceptually यही होना चाहिए when I am multiplying by 5, but it's not depicting in that way. Can you see? उस pattern पे ये दिखा नहीं रहा है. Actually, it's giving 5 copies or replica of the same set of elements 5 times, as many as scalar values is concerned. Now, I'm going to copy the same array part, giving the part here. Now, I am going to multiply array with the array. Can you see? I'm getting the square of these terms. 10 का स्क्वायर हो गया मीन्स 10 का 10 से मल्टीप्लिकेशन, 20 का 20 से, 30 का 30 से. आई एम गेटिंग डिजायर्ड आउटपुट, बट यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा था, मेरा एरर आ रहा था. नाउ लेट मी गिव अनदर एग्जांपल हियर. एरे का मल्टीप्लिकेशन विद द 5 वैल्यू. नाउ आई एम गेटिंग ईच मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ द कैरेक्टर वैल्यू. Can you see? We are getting 5 times of each character. तो आप देखो एरे में और लिस्ट में कितना बिग डिफरेंस है. This is the reason we are converting or we are performing typecasting. This is called typecasting, क्योंकि मैंने इस लिस्ट को ऊपर जो माई डेटा था इसको एरे में कन्वर्ट किया using this library, and now you have this answer why we converted list into the array. Do we have any question, any query?
So try with my data plus ARR.
Okay, good question. I'm going to do this one. Array I think
ARR is a 10 plus my data is
it's going to add it. Element wise add हो रहा है. But when I do not have any reference of array, अगर suppose मैं आपको array बताता ही नहीं या मैं कोई reference ही नहीं बोलता कि आज तो भाई list और हम pandas की बात करेंगे, array की बात करेंगे ही नहीं. Can we have this output here? No. Can we have this multiplication or self element wise multiplication? No.
सर एक जगह हमें अभी इशू आया था कास्टिंग में, राइट? इंटीजर का कुछ बता एरर आया था एक हमें
मेरे सेशन में
अभी हाँ यहीं पे आया था, राइट? अभी हम चेक कर रहे थे जब एडिशन कर रहे थे हम अभी.
मैं कर रहा था.
हाँ
yes. तो उसमें हम कर रहे थे ना इसमें माई डेटा से मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर रहे थे.
अच्छा.
We were multiplying in list by list, self multiplication. It's not self multiplication. The correct statement is list का list से multiplication means acceptable नहीं है. Multiply sequence of non-integer type in list.
हाँ, मतलब इसका मतलब ये कि वो सर लिस्ट के अंदर जो वैल्यू है उसको नॉन इंटीजर वैल्यू अज्यूम करता है, राइट?
हाँ, वो एक्चुअली क्या है ना कि वो पूरा एलिमेंट्स को उसमें ऐसा ऑपरेशन नहीं करा गया है कि वो एलिमेंट एक्चुअली वो कंफ्यूज हो रहा है. वो कंफ्यूज इसलिए हो रहा है कि वो एलिमेंट को क्या कराना चाहता है, क्योंकि जो लिस्ट है उसको ऐसा बोला गया है कि जब कभी भी तुमको ये मिले, मतलब क्या मिले, तुमको ये मल्टीप्लिकेशन का ऑपरेटर मिले और अगर यूजर वहां पे अगर लिख दे 2 तो आप क्या दो, उसका टाइम्स दो. इट्स नॉट द मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड टाइम्स. सो टाइम्स मतलब मैं मार्केट 2 टाइम्स किया, मैं 2 मार्केट नहीं ट्रेवर्स किया, 2 आई एम विजिटिंग मार्केट 2 टाइम्स. देयर इज अ बिग डिफरेंस, है ना? तो वही टाइम्स का और मल्टीप्लिकेशन का बहुत बड़ा यहाँ पे रोल है. आपको मशीन लर्निंग की एल्गोरिथम, व्हेन वी विल लर्न मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम, वी विल लर्न डीप लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम, कंप्यूटर विजन प्रोजेक्ट्स और जो NLP के प्रोजेक्ट्स, व्हेन वी विल गो थ्रू दीज प्रोजेक्ट्स, यू विल फाइंड एवरीवेयर array. Then you will have that question mark in front of you कि सर हमने तो सारा चीज लिस्ट में, डिक्शनरी में और मींस पेंडास में और मतलब कि सेट में, टपल में पढ़ा, बट यहाँ पे तो सारा एल्गोरिथम में एरे ही है. नाउ यू मस्ट हैव दैट क्वेश्चन कि क्वेश्चन का आंसर तब आपको पता होना चाहिए कि ये एरे का इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है. यू कैन सी array is the only data structure which is supporting all the element wise multiplication, element wise plus, element wise subtraction, element wise times, power, जितनी भी operations mathematical, trigonometric और integration, differentiation है, they all are integrated with array, not the list, not the dictionary, not the set, not the tuple, not the pandas. All right. Now moving ahead, we have next statement S1 PD, and you recall PD is what? PD is pandas alias name. I don't want to write again and again pandas. So they are giving, you can give any small name, PD, right? And I'm going to give series here, where series is kind of data is equal to my data, right? I'm going to run this code, no error, it's good. I'm going to run this. Can you see data type is integer 64, which means each character is occupying 64 bits. 64 bytes नहीं है, 64 bits है. एक जगह मैं ऐसी कहीं पढ़ा रहा था तो वहाँ पे मेरे मुंह से गलती से 64 bytes निकल गए. Then one student pinged me up, sir, it's not 64 bytes, it's 64 bits. So I was so ashamed that I didn't find the distinguish between bytes and bits, being a computer guy. Alright, so do not make such mistakes in your whole life. Here we have 64 bits occupied by single element in this structure. Now come back to here. we have two questions. What is series? What is data? Okay, so let me go for series first. Let's see. Let me find documentation, official documentation, and let's see user guide. If you will find some search, let me search in the documentation, or let me go for the series first. Okay, can you see? So कोई भी ऑपरेशन करना उसका आउटपुट